Frequency unknown. Frequency unknown.
I used to talk in transmissions, every sentence a signal flare. Now I'm broadcast, nothing to nobody, nowhere. I pulled the plug on the tower, didn't tell a soul. Just watch the light go dark on the console. See, I was sending out static, dressed up as a voice. Couldn't tell if the words were mine or just noise. So I figured if I'm broken at the source, maybe silence does less damage than a corrupted Morse. I archived every message, labeled do not send, filed under things I'd say if I was me again. The antenna's still standing, but the wire's been cut, and the door to the booth has been welded shut. And I know you're out there turning the dial, scanning through the channels mile by mile. But the frequency you're looking for went dark a long, long while ago. Can you hear me in the radio silence? I'm from between the static and the sound. Can you find me in the radio silence? I stopped transmitting but I never left town. I'm right here in the radio silence. I just forgot how to be loud. Here's the architecture of a quiet disappearance. Step 1, stop answering. Step 2, kill the clearance. Step 3, build a bunker out of plausible deniability. I've been busy as a fortress of utility. I got 14 drafts and never left the station. Everyone a tiny, failed communication. I start with hey I'm sorry, then delete the whole confession. Replace it with a thumbs up, call it self-preservation. They say checking on your people, yeah I love that idea. Except I am the people and I made myself disappear. I'm the missing signal on a search and rescue mission. And the search party keeps knocking on a door that's in a different building, city, zip code, dimension. Did I mention I've been lying about my own position? And I know you're out there turning the dial, scanning through the wreckage pile by pile. But the voice you're trying to tune into split into frequencies I can't undo. Can you hear me in the radio silence, 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 silence? Can you hear me in the radio silence? I'm somewhere between the static and the sound. Can you find me in the radio silence? I stopped transmitting but I never left town. I'm right here in the radio silence. Yeah, I just forgot how to be loud. How to be loud. My mouth is a receiver that forgot it was a speaker. Every thought loops through a filter, getting quieter and weaker. I smile like I'm tuned in, but I'm playing back a recording of a version of myself that was still worth the supporting. And the funniest part, you wanna hear the funniest part? I went silent to protect you from the mess inside my heart, but the silence grew a voice of its own, and now it speaks louder than I ever did. Can you hear me in the radio silence? I'm somewhere between the static and the sound. Can you find me in the radio silence? I stopped transmitting but I never left town. I'm right here in the radio silence. I just forgot how to be. Low, low. Frequency unknown. Can you hear me? Radio silence.
I've been planting seeds in television snow, watching nothing grow in the spaces between stations. And everybody says find clearer ground, but I've made a home in the in-between sounds. The static isn't empty if you listen close. It's 1,000 voices looking for a host. And I figured if they're homeless, so am I. Might as well build something underneath the white noise sky. And it's strange what blooms in the rooms nobody checks. songs and the frequencies they forget. I'm growing a static garden where the signal breaks apart, planting words and white noise, harvesting the dark. Static garden and the flowers hum all night. Something's growing in the nothing, and I think it needs the quiet. And I think it needs the quiet. Therapist says I should find some peace, somewhere with less interference, less disease. But peace feels like a frequency I've never found, so I'm learning to love the in-between sound. There's beauty in the channels no one wants, in the 3 a.m. thoughts that come and go, rearranging in my head until they're dead, or something that makes sense when I'm half dead. In this home somehow, in the spaces they tune out, in the frequencies of doubt. A static garden where the broken signals start, planting hope and white noise, watching it take heart. Static garden, and it's finally feeling right. Something's blooming in the nothing, and it only needs the quiet. Only needs the quiet. Two shapes circling in the dark of me. One I starved and one I fed to keep. I thought I was just listening when the voices came to eat. I thought I was just surviving every time I took a seat at the table where the quiet one was begging to be heard, and the loud one kept on talking till I memorized the word. I fed the one that told me I was better off alone. I fed the one that whispered every door was made of stone. Threw the scraps to kindness when the anger came for more. Now I'm standing in the wreckage wondering which one I was for. Who's been eating at the table? Who's been starving in the hall? Who's the one that grew the teeth that I feel behind it all? I've been feeding whoops I don't recognize no more. They got my voice, they got my hands, they're scratching at the door. I gave them every tender thing I couldn't learn to hold. Now the quiet one is dying and the mean one's getting bored. Wolves I feed, wolves I feed. Every bite I handed over grew the one I couldn't need. Every meal I served was a small choice I was making. Every kindness left unfed was a foundation that was shaking. I was petting something vicious while I told it was tame, calling it a coping while it learned to know my name. Let the bitter one keep talking cause the voice felt like my own. Let the soft one keep on shrinking till it fit inside a bone. Now I'm trying to call the dead one back with scraps from off the floor, but the wolf I built a home for's got his shoulder on the door. Who's been eating at the table? Who's been howling in my chest? Who's the one I'll meet at midnight when the louder wolf gets fed? I've been feeding wolves I don't recognize no more. They got my voice, they got my hands, they're scratching at the door. mind at the same time. Maybe every tooth that found me started sharpening in my own mind. The quiet wolf keeps breathing, shallow in the corner, and I've been learning slowly how to sit with it a little longer. From here on out, for the one I used to be. Two shapes circling in the dark of me. One I starved, and one I'm setting free. I built this thing with my own hands. Funny how it still doesn't feel like mine. I'm architecting anxiety, stacking them floor by floor. Every brick is a what if, every window's a what for. I keep checking the foundation, but the cracks keep appearing, and the neighbors keep waving, but I swear that they're sneering. Got a mortgage on my sanity, payments coming due, and the bank keeps on calling, but I'm screening, wouldn't you? Built a fortress out of folders, out of lists and out of plans, but the blueprints in a language I don't think I understand. And I know these walls are only glass, and I know everything I build won't last. But I'm standing in my glass house, throwing stones at my reflection. Yeah, I'm screaming at the echo, hoping it won't answer back. I keep building, keep on building, like the falling isn't coming in my glass house. Yeah, in my glass house. Watch me shatter, watch me crack. Sunday morning, I'm an architect again, drafting blueprints for a person I have never been. This time it'll be different. Sure, buddy, write that down. Stack the self-help on the nightstand like it's holy ground. But the chapters keep repeating and the pages stick together, and I'm highlighting in yellow things I'll forget forever. I'm a renovation project with no end date in sight. Demolition in the morning, reconstruction every night, and the inspectors keep on coming, but I bribe them with a smile. Yeah, structurally sound, I've been lying for a while. Tear it down, build it up, tear it down, build it up, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. What if I just left the door open? I'm standing in my glass house, throwing stones at my own reflection. Yeah, I'm screaming at the echo, and it's finally screaming back. I keep breaking what I'm building, but the falling feels like flying in my glass house. In my glass house, let it shatter, let it cry. Everywhere, kinda beautiful. Actually, guess I'll start over. Guess I always do. I'm architecting. I swear that I showed up, swear I wasn't the light, swear I had the right answer every single time.
winning is losing all the same. Saint of almost. Saint of almost. She said you're a good man, and when she said it, but good is such a quiet word to fight the edit. I was warm hands when she wanted something cold. I was the maybe one day that never learned to go. I swear that I showed up, swear I wasn't the lie, swear I had the right answer every single time. I'm the same of almost. I'm the almost enough. I'm the love that was love, but it wasn't quite love. Light a candle, say my name. Almost winning is losing all the same. Saint of almost. Saint of almost. Yeah. Check the resume of every room I walked into. Second choice, second thought, second round. If they had to, almost boyfriend, almost best friend, almost hired, almost right guy for the life she was about to buy. Decade in the green room of my own existence. Practicing the speech for an award I won't receive. I don't want pity, don't need the violins. Just want the bronze to mean I place. Not that I didn't win. Maybe almost is enough. Maybe almost is alive. Maybe almost is the only place I ever did belong. I'm the saint of almost. I'm the almost enough. I'm the love that was love, but it wasn't quite love. Light a candle, say my name. Almost winning is losing all the same. Saint of almost. Saint of almost. Saint of almost. Saint of almost. Light one more candle. I am almost done. Studio lights at 4 a.m. The makeup hides the dread. Radar lit up angry red, but I just smile instead. Call it system moving in. That's the softer phrase. Tell the state to batten down while I rehearse my face. They don't pay me for the truth, they pay me for the calm. They don't wanna see the fear behind the forecast arm. Weatherman, weatherman, selling umbrellas to the drowning. Know the funnel's coming down, but the graphics got me grinning. Call it scattered showers when it's biblical outside. Weatherman, weatherman, smile with a storm behind my eyes. Smile with a storm behind my eyes. 3 minutes second for a county full of folks. Can't tell them the bridge is gonna buckle when it breaks. Got the sponsor in my earpiece saying keep it light. Got a mother in the viewing range who's driving home tonight. I've seen the model, seen the probabilities align. Seen the red zones where the future doesn't care about design. They dress me for the camera, not for honesty or doubt. So I package up the reckoning and soft the safer grout. They don't pay me for the truth, they pay me for the calm. They don't wanna see the fear behind find the forecast storm. Weatherman, weatherman, selling umbrellas to the drowning. Know the funnel's coming down, but the graphics got me grinning. Call it scattered showers when it's biblical outside. Weatherman, weatherman, smile with a storm behind my daughter asked me, is it gonna hit us? I said no. She's too young to read her father's mouth before it's through. So I put my practice grin on and I packed her lunch in blue, hoping that the numbers on the screen were telling true. Weatherman, weatherman, selling umbrellas to the drowning. Know the funnel's coming down, but the graphics got me grinning. Call it scattered showers when it's biblical outside. Weatherman, weatherman, smile with a storm behind my eyes. Weatherman, weatherman, they train me how to breathe in. Look the camera in the lens, while the world underneath starts leaving. And now over to sports. And now over to sports. And now over to sports. La 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 la. Lost in the glow. Everybody moves, but nobody knows. Plastic sunshine, digital soul. Smile for the camera, swallow it all. City got teeth and a billboard grin, selling me peace with the barcode skin. Everybody's laughing, but the laugh sounds thin, like a joke that forgot where the punchline is. I got new shoes and an old headache, got a dream in the bag that's starting to break. Got a friend online with the perfect face, saying don't look down from a higher place. And the towers hum and the wires sing, and the pretty little phones go ring, ring, ring. We're all dressed up for the falling sky, but we still look good when the drones fly by. Plastic sunshine, pour it on me. Fake little halo over the street. Dance till the walls come down, laugh till the lights burn out. Plastic sunshine makes it all look sweet. Now we're fine. Don't mind. Stay bright in the plastic sunshine. Man on the screen says the future is clean, while the river runs black through the vending machine. Kids in the back with the borrowed dream, making gold out of gasoline. I keep a grin in a little glass jar, use it whenever I'm falling apart. Shake it up hard, let it glow in the dark. Then I saw my fear as modern art. And the towers hum and the wires sing, and the pretty little phones go ring, ring, ring. We're all dressed up for the falling sky, but we still look good when the drones fly by. Plastic sunshine, pour it on me. Fake little halo over the street. Dance till the walls come down, laugh till the lights burn out. Plastic sunshine makes it all look sweet. Don't mind. Stay bright in the plastic sunshine.
I was built to follow the moon, a fixed point, far enough to mean something. Then you showed up like a porch light, and my whole compass broke into the wrong direction. They say we're suicidal, drawn to what destroys us, but I swear I wasn't trying to burn. I was trying to keep you at the same angle in my sky. I was just navigating. Every orbit tighter than the last, every orbit tighter than the last. I'm not falling, I'm just correcting. This is Moth Logic. Call it love if you need to, but it's just Moth Logic. I was chasing something I thought was the sun. Turns out a bulb can kill you just as easy. Moth Logic. Every room with a light on is a reason to come home, and every home I've ever had was burning. I just couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah, lamp in the window, match in the throat. Every red flag looked like a welcome. No candle on the counter, flare on the dash. Kept mistaking the spark for a flashlight, and black eye crash into anything glowing. Didn't ask what was low and just moved till the warm didn't clock. What was showing up as heat was a wound that was opening slow. I called it a pull, it was pulling me low. Neon in the window of a place I don't go, but my wings still remember they've been here before. Same circle, same spot, same stupid, same vows that I learned by the morning. It's morning, I'm here now.
Every orbit tighter than the last, every orbit tighter than the last. I'm not falling, I'm just. This is Moth Logic. Call it love if you need to, but it's just Moth Logic. I was chasing something I thought was the sun. Turns out a bulb can kill you just as easy. Moth Logic. Every room with a light on is a reason to come home, and every home I've ever had was burning. I just couldn't tell the difference.
If I hit the glasses, that mean I arrived. If the light goes out, do I finally survive? Or do I spiral to the next one like a compass that lied to its own needle, swerving every pole is the right side? I don't know if I was ever going somewhere. I was just going toward. I was just going toward. I was just going toward.
There's ash on the windowsill, the lamp's still on. Nobody turned it off for me. Nobody ever does. There's a watchman on the wall of a fortress that I forged with the hands of a child who was certain he was scoring, pacing patterns in the parapet, sworn in the small hours, calling out the cavalry for cardinals and wildflowers. Whistleblower with the whistle that he blows for every breeze. Threat assessment from a kid who never learned to be at ease. He's the sentinel I rented and forgot to set a lease. Now he's squatting on the stone like he's the priest of all police. I built this brick by brick when I was barely past my knees. Hired a man to mind the moat and never gave him keys to the door that lets him out, to the room where rest releases, to the part of me that needed him before the fear had teeth. And he's still up there, still up there, still calling out the danger to a sky that doesn't care. Still up there, still up there, and the threats keep getting smaller, but the warnings fill the air. Watchman, Watchman, you can finally stand down the siege. Just where it's coming has been ghosts for years now. Watchman, Watchman, the wall has done the work. You can come down off the turret, take the helm off, take a turn. Watchman, Watchman, the kingdom is at peace. You can come down, you can come down. The Watchman has a name and the name is on my license. The Watchman has a face and we share the same reflection. The Watchman has a voice and it sounds suspiciously like mine. When somebody knocks the gate at any reasonable time, he says verify identity. Check the badge, check the bag, check the motive, check the mana, check the mileage on the map. Check if this is a Trojan with a takeover inside. Check if every act of kindness might just be a Klondike heist. Friends are at the gate and he's still treating them as foes. Lovers at the gate and he's still flagging them as pose. He's running every bridge through a checkpoint and a code, and the bridges keep getting torched in the middle of the road. He's working off intelligence from when I was a kid. Outdated as the protocol, outpaced by what I did. Nobody's coming to collect the debt I never owe, but the Watchman doesn't know. The Watchman doesn't know. Climbed up to the parapet for the first time in my life. Sat down on the stone beside the only one who never sleeps at night. And I asked him what he's looking for that hasn't yet arrived. He said, honestly, I can't recall, I just know I'm meant to find. So I told him there's a kitchen and a kettle and a chair, and the chair has had your name on it for almost 30 years. And the city you've been guarding from a war that isn't there has been waiting for the Watchman to come down and breathe the air. Watchman, Watchman, you did the job and did it right, but the dragon in the distance was a shadow on the light. Watchman, Watchman, come down from the parapet. The peril you've been promising has never come to crash. You don't have to be the wall and the warden and the watch. You don't have to be the lock and the locksmith and the light. You can be the man who lives behind the line. He learned to draw, and the line could be a doorway, and the doorway can be solved. Watchman, Watchman, the kingdom is at peace. There's a meal that's getting cold and there's a chair that's getting clean, and the table's set for two and the second seat is yours, and we're gonna eat together for the first time ever. And the wall will hold itself, and the world will stay outside long enough for us to finally get inside. This is mission log. This is the last one. I'm sending this transmission to the people on the ground. Hope you got the kind of frequency to pick the static sound. I've been counting all the mornings since the mornings turned around. Got a list of all the promises, and promises don't pound. The habitat is humming like a heart without a beat. The garden in the corner is the only thing I eat. The camera in the bouquet is a witness with no soul. I'm talking to a planet that ain't planet anymore, and I'm running out of reasons. Every reason I would tell, and the silence keeps on bleeding through the only kind of bell. Goodbye, goodbye. I am sorry that the static is the only kind of sky. Goodbye, goodbye. We were children when we promised that the children couldn't die, and the morning never told us what the morning came to say. That the only thing we're sending is the only thing we'll pay. I packed a couple memories in a folder on the drive. Every photograph a chapter of the chapter when alive. There's a brother in Toronto and a mother in the snow. Tell them both I made it further than the further they would go. The suit is in the airlock, in the airlock got a name. The stars are in the window, in the last one wrote. The breath inside my body is a borrowed kind of note, and I'm running out of reasons, every reason I would tell. And the silence keeps on bleeding through the only kind of bell. Goodbye, goodbye. I'm sorry that the static is the only kind of sky. Goodbye, goodbye. We were children when we promised that the children couldn't die, and the morning never told us what the morning came to say. That the only thing we're sending is the only thing we'll pay. I got a recording of myself from before the rocket flew, younger than the version of the chapter that I knew. And he said, don't forget who you are when you go up there. Don't forget who you are. And I've been trying every day to figure out what the kid was even talking about. Cause the kid, he had a future, and the future had a face. And I left him in the chapter of a chapter in a place. Goodbye. That the static is the only kind of sky. Goodbye, goodbye. We were children when we promised that the children couldn't die, and the morning never told us what the morning came to say. That the only thing we're sending is the only thing we'll pay. If you're hearing this on earth, if you're